How do I get 2 trackers and no co-coms? I can't get a tracker any other time in this tournament.
It's like, you know what? I'll track my buddy's race. Why not? And then I was like, I basically bummed Win Fox into doing it. I was getting ready to, oh.
Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to SpeedGaming 2 tonight. We have a link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League matchup. This is our second game this week between TM32 God Route and Don't Forget to Track Us. Don't Forget to Track Us took game 1. We have had a player change in between these two matchups. Party Wong is now in for Don't Forget to Track Us, along with Ikir. Leaf and Zeruvian are still both there for TM32. And again, once again, like game 1, this is a matchup versus Ikir and a bunch of his other co-op rando teammates in other randomizers. Our mode this week for week 5 of Randomizer League is co-op cross keys, which of course is cross-world entrance randomizer with full dungeon key sanity. We can all of our entrances are shuffled. We can take connectors that take us between the light and the dark world. We are looking, all of our dungeon items are shuffled out, and we are looking for mostly the maps, the big keys and small keys of dungeons in order to complete them. A little less so for the compasses, but we can find them if we need them, if we want to. Tracking for us tonight, we have Flip Heel and Wind Fox. Thank you very much for pressing the buttons. I'm doing solo comms tonight, so have fun, everyone. We currently have audio on Leaf, which is from the Entry and Odyssey MSU. It's very good at MSU. Very fun game series. Anyway, so we'll probably see both teams kind of split up the starting points between Sanctuary and Link's House. The Link's House runner may opt to go to kind of do the Houlihan route to get some money and check the Witch's Potion shop, or maybe head for some of the other drop downs. This being co-op, kind of getting some early money. If there's a Sanctuary starting Kakariko, then that kind of puts a price on trying to get bottle vendor money early. But sometimes we just get a Dark World Pyramid start, and then you're going to have to kind of just do whatever, because you're only really going to be working the Live World for a while. I see Durok Shanar in chat. Was actually tracking that Crosskeys match for game one of these two teams earlier. Thank you very much, Durok. You did a lot of good work, and we're finally off. So let's see what we got. Not much in our starting items. $20 and a piece of art. Looks like Purdy Wong is heading for Eastern area, and Leaf will be heading to check. Ooh. You know, you don't hate to see Bomb Refill HUD right next to Sanctuary, so... I'll have to take a look and see what cave... I missed what the post of the shop was. But Hype Cave here for Purdy Wong. Fortunately, only doesn't have any bombs. Leave Sound Ice Rod Cave. With some bombs. Library was Tier East. And... just the Compass won't be getting that. And to see what our first drop down is. Leaf having bombs here is really important, because if this is the well, that's a lot of items. Fortunately, it is just a vanilla ferry. The East Town is the Light World Aero game entrance, or the Kakariko gambling game. Half Magic is nice. Runners are probably going to go for that. Akir picked up the mirror. I guess that was the Spectacle Rock item, so I kind of expect all runners will kind of make a priority for that. Leaf. Gonna go for Eastern, gonna find Hype Cave. Early hook shot in Thieves Town. And the pod small in Hype Cave. GT small. Alright. Fortunately, Ikea is going to kind of orphan the Castle Tower entrance with this route. Ooh, and finds a connector that he's probably going to need to take. It's a Dark Cave unknown. Put that on your kind of to-do later list. On Lee's side. Really showing some good tree pull knowledge here. Being able to pull that, actually pull the fairies. First look at our castle entrances. For Purdy. Dark Death Mountain. Oh, that's gonna be fun for Akir. Red boomerang up on. Looks like it's a Genius K15. Guess it's Meyer Shed over at the top of Paradox. Yeah, was this in fact where the mirror was? Because Leaf's gonna probably make a beeline for this. This combined with the hook shot. Yes, this is where the mirror was. So Leaf's gonna be in good position here because they're about to go end their route here. Here entrance looks like it was just bumper. Sorry, Bonk Rocks. I think on top of Death Mountain. There's the well. And Rivy has done the bomb jump as well. So Rivy's going to go take a look and see what's sitting at top of castle here. He's trying to wait for some more favorable patterns from the enemies. Pyramid Fairy. So one of the Spectacle Rock drop downs. Yeah. But yeah, Big Gita Hero. But he's like, I don't want to. It's out of logic, and I'd like to see where this goes. Gotta see where the actual bottom, the actual place that hook that Now Ruby has the hook shot, so he can drop down and take a look and see what exactly is on the east side of Death Mountain. Like Kira's found the old man, I believe. Okay. It's the middle end drop down. Leaf's gonna do who follow and find out that was push out all along. I'll be in same quit point today. Oh, actually. Man, same quit point is just, ooh, the TR bridge. Skull Woods. Other small ketopod. Paradox top. See running top right below you. Library, dead. Already about to discover the hookshot here. Some keys in East Town. Ruby's about to go to East Death Mountain now. Tajik 4. Oh, okay. Ruby found Moon Pearl somewhere. Must have been Paradox, I think. My character learns about the hookshot. Italy makes a break for it. And we'll make a break for it in a second. If he takes a death, we'll probably save the old man, so we'll be respawning in the middle of there. Vanilla Thief. Time to look at South Shore. On a desert in the back of Lost Woods Relief. That'll be an item into an visual check. More pot smalls. Rivi gets whacked by the... This will be a small consolation. Is Ruby will go check them out and spawn, see it's not actually too far away. Bottom of super money here at Late World Type Cave. I'll get Ike back up the mountain. But unfortunately, it's going to be below where that Moon Pearl was. Fire, Big, and Waterfall Fairy. Guess One Fells is... This will be, don't forget to track us learning about the moon pearl, I think, because it had to be in Paradox. Was it really just the rock? I guess this one was actually interesting. Oh boy, that's boots knowledge for Ruby and Leaf. Didn't seem too hard to get back there either, so boots and Spiral Cave, horrible combination, especially with it being bumper ledge. Nothing on Light World bumper ledge, but welcome in Raiders from Lonabine, joining us for this week 5 co-op cross-seas matchup between Don't Forget the Treks and TM32 Colorado. Ooh. Slaha. Meyer. Leaf is on a mission to go get boots and to get to get the moon pearl. Fortunately, I did not see what our not big. We still need glove and cape, a glove and a hammer to deduce by cape, but yeah, it's getting closer to logic. Lee took an accidental death to the crabs. Leaf remembers about Berna. Leaf has mirror, by the way. So get down there at the grove, but no bottles yet. Eastern Palace right here, and pretty long it's on GT. Assuming GT has to be like bomb shop. Not quite sure where like here is currently in the world. Castle Tower. I don't think we've seen Ganon yet, so this. Yeah, the Bootsword Spiral Cave, which is a dark shopping mall, which is not the worst to get back into, but... Ruby's made it through the Dark Rooms. Will probably help Leaf if Ruby checks the rest of Hyrule Castle entrances. This will probably help Leaf a little bit with getting Moonpearl. Or Spottle and Eastern Palace Big Chest. Wasn't too much in Castle. Leaf's gonna go check Shovel. Really wants Burna because it's better than no other weapons. The Shovel gives us the Mushroom, so we fetch quest upon fetch quest. Bush Crash has bombs, which is nice. Leaf may take a quick run into TR here. We got to do the cheeky little sidestep. Yeah, we did find the TR big key, so we are able to check our slow roller in the big chest here. That was a rod. Was that the ice rod or the fire rod for Leaf? Not sure where Ruby's going. That was Fire Rod. Really, really nice early find. Ruby has saved the old man. And that's the first sword. I'll call it lumberjack, just what we must like to see. So it's a bow for a dark lumberjack. Yeah, we're just to see where. Checking the rest of these entrances on Death Mountain, I guess. This will help. Like here's in Skullwoods. I think they might have to be vanilla. Ruby's heading for his glove, his first sword and fire rod. Skullwood starter kit. Oh, hey, a Skull Swanky that isn't in Bowman. Nice. Ooh, Ice Palace there for Leaf. Oh, that's horrible. Crystal Thieves and Swamp. Okay, so again, looks to be vanilla today. Let's not go Ice Bellison. So this is where the Harrow Castle entrance was. Leaf will discover this was Turtle Rock and be very happy because this is Leaf finally getting Moon Roll. And don't forget to track us, we'll be soon discovering the boots here. Leaf knows that the bottom of the paradox as well. A little bit of tag team action for TM32. Finding different entrances of the paradox to come through. Alright, without the boots, don't forget to track us. Never really did take a look to see what's on the torch. Just a piece of heart, though. Not gonna burn him too bad. Ice Battle's big, yeah, you want that before even dipping ice the first time. Like here's like, I gotta do what for boots? Oh, Tara Hera. This is Leaf. This would be our first dungeon clear. But we do have a big key. So we should be getting most of the items out of here. Maybe there's a sword or a hammer upstairs. Nice bread pot for Ruby. I care getting finally beating the last of the runners to get a mire big for Greenfoot and Mire. More pot smalls. And Ruby gonna make his way over to the bottom of the village, and probably will stop in TR to get a sword and fire rod. Looks to be a good skull to lay out too, so I assume that Leaf will check the back as well. Looks like it's Crystal Skull as well. He's like, wait. Your brain's processing because you usually route skull it's like a certain way in entrance. And the fact that that was a big key, you had to do a bit of a double take. It's understandable. Ticket was just $20. This is the most that a can of burn is really getting use in a seed. It's a good use case for a can of burn, mind you. Let's see what's in the back of Skullwoods. Oh boy, it's Pod. It's Pod, and Leaf has 2 smalls. There's been a whole bunch kind of floating around, so a bunch of this is in logic. Did not find that bow though, so second sword for Leaf. First logical sword at least. The other sword's 4-key locked. TR because it's in Lava Chest, which is the one that Ruby's going for now. And don't forget to track us is going to go find Sword and Fire Rod as well. Eastern big. That's really big because there's a bow sitting in Dark Lumberjack, which means that the first time that Leaf comes across Eastern, there's a chance they'll be able to beat it. Leaf, unfortunately, down to 1 heart. Kind of in an awkward position. Really wants a health refill or won't be able to bomb jump. Oh, that's unfortunate because that could have been used for the potion camera unlock. Swamp Swamp. This will be the bow for Ruby and Leaf. Kind of knowing where that bow is, I kind of expect Leaf. Let's see. Leaf's probably going to attempt for the Mimic Clip. Akira is going to go. Pretty Long is going to bomb jump back across the East Dark World, which we still don't have a logical way over to. We kind of got a chain that got us there, but it was out of logic. Oh, that is a very smooth Mimic Clip for Leaf. So Ruby will know kind of where to go get that sword and see if there's anything interesting on the bow side. You at least want the Swamp Small. But also, Eastern Palace is somewhere in North Dark World. I'm not exactly sure. Ikea had seen it and explored it. But Leaf and Ruby will have a bow in the Eastern Palace Picky the first time they find it. He was like, I need a sword. Now we're going to see what's on Kiki for Pod. Over Leaf. Well, where are we going on Pretty Long side? Back up the mountain. Oh, Myers over here. Interesting. Interesting that Ruby didn't dip Meyer earlier. Well, I guess no, Ruby didn't have a sword, so they didn't have a way to kill the Wizards. Let's check on Hut over there. At the waterfall. Sora money. I wonder if Ruby will potentially current jump. No, it's gonna go into desert. I guess we'll be heading back over to... This will be going over to Dark Shopping Mall for Ruby. Nothing on Zora or Zora Ledge. Much wanted heart container for Ruby. Still not sure. Yeah, okay, so all of our runners have found the yellow card. Excuse me. Ah, so here was Mini Motorm Cave. don't think there was really anything in here for like here. Another pot. Actually, there was a pot small there, which. Not really what you were hoping for. At least, nothing a runner's going to get sent back for. Pretty Wong trying to do the real clip. Gets it. Oh, there was a okay. So Meyer cutscene just had our third sword that we've seen. These have been really, really bad swords. He's only going to be able to check one entrance up here. Doesn't have a hammer or a glove in order to proceed anywhere further, but maybe there's something here. Not just a fortune teller. Big key. The swamp, or pendant. Relief, whose streak of collecting every single pendant that may not be needed, it continues. Red crystals are skull and TR. And swamp and thieves are two other crystals. I know we have the Desert Palace map. I don't think we've seen exactly what it was. I know they've walked into it, but I don't know what it is. Leaf is going to go take a look and probably be the first runner to beat Hera and actually get a crystal. We know Meyer's the green crystal, so it's not going to be Meyer. Ikir will be the one to discover Pod on Don't Forget to Track Us. So. Leaf. Oh good, it's Pendant Hera. Okay, so yeah, we have full dungeon knowledge. That swamp small is really gonna leave big. Now Ikira has 4 small keys for Pod, so this could be a really big payday for Don't Forget to Track Us on things in some of these big chests, these other chests. Ooh, that's not good for TM32 God Route. They're not going to find that until they have the hammer, and if Samaria somehow locks the hammer, that's really bad news. That being said, that is 6 key lock, so there's a good chance it isn't going to be. Rivi will now go dip into Meyer and discover the cutscene chest. Third sword. Please give our runners a follow, by the way. Yeah. Like here, Leaf, Pretty Wong, and Servian. Alright, so Ruby should be finding that third sword in here. I'm not sure there was really anything else in Meyer. They've kind of pick up some of the items out of GT. Some of the desert entrances, which I don't believe we've seen on other owners' side yet. Still kind of looking for gloves somewhere. Leaf is gonna go beat up a moth, I think. Leopard for Ruby. Samari for for both runners, don't forget to track us now. Mike here is going to go beat Easter, double dip it. Arrows. Really probably also just going to go straight up and beat Moth right now. Get that one on the board. Yeah. Kind of a interesting question of where exactly our progression is next. It feels like it's going to be Ice Palace. Wonder if this will be Leaf heading for Ice. We saw the castle entrance. That was nothing. So it's going to probably be here. More pot smalls. We have items in GT. The problem is that we don't have enough small keys to get the Canis Samarian logic. The Canis Samaria requires all 6 spots. I think we've seen, like, here's at 4. We just found the 5th on Leaf side. So, decent shot. Okay. Ruby's stocking up on pod keys and GT keys. That's good. Wonder if Ruby's gonna want to make a quick play to see. You kind of want one more pod small before you want to like try to see if you can scum away the 6 key lock checks, but especially with pod being in the back of Skullwoods. Yeah, Leaf's does not have any intentions. They know they probably are not beating this dungeon right now, so they're just not even going to flip the switch and just keep going. Ikir is kind of in an interesting position where they don't have any small keys, and they don't have a glove to lift the rock. They can't get a guaranteed small key, so this will kind of be orphaning left side. They're going to get trapped unless they do the reverse spawn. No, you can't do the reverse spawn. The door's going to be closed on that side. Alright, well, we have fire-locked fire today. Yeah, you should have stolen the berry key. Bombos is interesting. Purdy's going to be the one to take a look and see what's going on over in... I really found the wells, the dam somewhere. Interesting. Where did you find the dam, Rivy? Oh, okay, it's the island. Just straight up out of completely out of logic, but I'll take that. TM32 is kind of into the. This is getting a little scuffed now. We're gonna try to maximize our plays elsewhere because the old sword for Ruby. Well, we know where all 4 swords are. This will be the last thing that Leaf can check in here without Samaria. Has to be kind of wondering where her answer is. And I think there has to be a GT big key somewhere. East on big key for on right side. GT. Oh, hammer. Ooh. Yeah, that's the worst possible case for Ruby and Leaf. You don't really want to go back to pod right now without that hammer. They might have enough pod smalls on hand in order to get that. Leaf's just going to get the sword upgrade because fine. But that might be the biggest problem. Not having enough pod smalls to kind of separate the 2 runners. Interesting to kind of figure out where the logic is right now. Unless we have in fact seen all 6 pod smalls between all of our runners. This is a dark cave. So this is the way that Ruby's moving in this cave. This is definitely TM descent, which is not the answer. This actually might be the cave that Purdy had taken when they got out to Eastern Desert Palace East, I think. Thankfully, when you're on the left side of DM Descent, it's really easy. You just have to make sure you stop bonking soon enough. Yeah. All right. There has to be 6 pod smalls available between all the runners right now, or there's just 8 pod smalls somewhere that someone hasn't realized. That's got to be the answer. I think TM32 is having a think, and I think they have to think they have to go back. They're gonna have to think they have to go back to pod. That's the problem. Yeah, because we've missed something, but they really haven't. It's just, I think the pod keys has been spread out just enough. Like, Mushroom can't be it because we haven't seen Potion Shop, I don't think. He's back in the Desert Palace. This is not quite where Leaf needs to be, unfortunately. I don't know. Yeah. There has to be yeah, the problem right now is I just don't know where someone's missed a pod key. It might be I don't think Dark Flute 5 might have been checked, and that might be the answer. I think Leaf's probably trying to find its way to Spiral Cave too. No. Happy 1 hour with no gloves. Yeah. Don't forget to track us as flippers. I guess those are also in... Discovers the final sword. I don't remember which one of these entrances is Spiral Cave. Oh, it's a... Spec Rock Cave. Unfortunately, this doesn't feel good. Especially for co-op. Especially considering that this is just, like, such a bad one-off check. Leaf's already gone through here. This was the top spec rock, which is unfortunately the entrance they need to find. They need to get back. We're trying to remember where exactly they... Swamper, don't forget to track us. And realistically, we're just kind of looking, I think, for the Ice Palace, the Glove, Ice Rod, and Desert Palace between our runners. This is Checkerboard Key, which might have been another pod small. And maybe lose like a... I've got 5 pod smalls, oh no. Because, like, there's usually a rule of thumb that you operate, that there's 1 or 2 more pod smalls available in the world than you have initially. Fortunately, the problem is, like, I just don't know how they get... They have to go, essentially, take... They have to go back into pod. That's just the problem. Oh, okay, we saw Lamp in Swamp. Wonderful. It's probably Spec Rock. There's an entrance in CAG that takes you to the Village of Outcasts. Yeah, unfortunately, like, at this point, it's going to be... yeah. At this point, I think the only thing that can really save TM32 is something being in Harmless Hellway, but I'm not even sure that'll be enough at this point. Like, here's going to be the one to go take a look and see where Laser Bridge is. This might actually get us to the Maya region. Okay, Leaf has found Spectacle Rock. Step 1 to fixing the problem. Ice Rod's in Glove, wonderful. Ice Rod and Swamp. Desert Big. Don't forget to track us into Gobot, I think. Oh wait, no, we still need a Pod Picky, GT Picky. Yeah. Yeah. Thieves on Smalls on Laser Bridge, yeah. Leaf's not gonna like this answer. versus Desert Small. When Leaf and Ruby both went in, they both had 2. Yeah, unfortunately, that was kind of going to be it for that. That was kind of like TM32's last get out. Now it'll be time to go to GT, get the hammer, start kind of like catching up, but they're really far behind. Well, front side of TR will be nice for TM32. This will be Leaf heading for Ice, Laser Bridge. Unfortunately, Purdy will be getting shot out here after being Trinex, so we'll be able to finish. Check Dizzy, checks out Ruby's checking. There is some good stuff down there, though. Actually, I don't think we've seen the backup desert either. So we probably need mitts as well. I'm not 100% we've seen all 6 pod smalls, but it has to be close. There weren't exactly a lot of entrances left on the map where it could be. Leaf just doesn't want to get into trouble with accidentally opening up a lava chest. So leaving in the Thieves Not Big Chest also could be really useful for. Don't forget to track us for TM32, but I think Pretty Long's going to be able to check that and close that loop as well. Ruby's saying for GT. I imagine Leaf will be too. Leaf has very little magic. Just gonna check this glove entrance. Wonder if this will also be maybe a magic powder check. Oh, graveyard lunch. Fortunately, just a bottle. Here comes Ruby with the bad news. Cast a tower key, don't like that. Oh, this was. I think this was the final pod key. Yeah, there's a pod key in here that Elite doesn't have. That. Yeah, that's pretty horrible. Decent, bitch, just nothing. Right now, that Castle Tower Smoky's like the only out that TM32 got out has. And that's not a great out. Alright, time to go beat Ice Hellas, Hammer Glove, and... Yep, no. Well, Ruby's about done. Leaf's gonna come in and... I have to wonder if one of them's gonna go maybe to her basement. But yeah, surprised Ruby's not heading for... Or is maybe gonna go do Thieves Town first. Once I get the Thieves Town Big Key. And then do Thieves Town. Leaf will probably be the one who goes over into Swamp first. GT Big Key, okay. At this point, we're just looking for Ice Palace. Yeah. Yeah, Purdy's kind of, yeah. Ike's going to be the first one finished again. Let's see, I think. But I mean, at this point, I think both of them just climb. Where's the back desert? We don't exactly know. I guess, yeah, it is back at Deserted Pyramid. Bomb shop, I think, was on the mountain, though. I don't quite remember where the bomb shop was. So if that's the case, then we need food. Yeah, they need to find desert. The comedy option right now is that the glove is on the pedestal, and the book's behind it, locked in the mire. So we do have Vitreous available as a check. Alright, Hammerhead, another entrance we can check. Time to go finish up pod for... Don't forget to track us. Yeah, I mean... Like... If the game doesn't roll us a connector there, and we're almost out of connectors, the only one I don't think we've seen is Brothers. Then we have to get the Mire or the Vanilla away. But... It's the person talking. You knew that. Hello. Welcome to the worst co-op cross key seed ever invented, in which all of your pod keys were incredibly spread out, and yet you logically needed 6 of them to get your Queen of Samaria out of the pod big key chest. Including a logical double dip of Ice Palace. Because Queen of Samaria locked Hammer. Unfortunately for Leaf and Ruby, they both got into pod with about 2 small keys, and thus didn't do any of the major 6 key lock checks. And so we're kind of lost and forced into doing it at the very end. I think my favorite castle tower access seed I've ever had, and it was one that I sent to Zaf, and he hated me for it, was I had to find the GT Big Key in Castle Tower 2, and Castle Tower 2 was an Aga Tower. It was in GT entrance, so you needed all 7 crystals. At this point, like... Oh, there's definitely worse, but it was definitely, like, my funniest. I guess is probably a better way to look at it. But yeah, right now, the major thing we are looking for go mode on Don't Forget to Track Us is just finding the Desert Palace back entrance, which is potentially at Pyramid Crack. If not, it's in my region, and we're going to need Mitz Ford. Mitz and a flute. And yeah, unfortunately, like, don't forget, the backup pod, by the way, is the back of Skullwoods, so, this basically is exactly why Leaf and Riviera are in the position that they're in. Argus down for Leaf. Runners are slowly getting closer and closer to go mode. Between them, still need the GT big key. TM32 still needs to get that big key for GT out of Ice Palace, but at least it is on the way. It is on right side, and they already emptied out most Ice Palace anyway. Really saying for Swamp. We're going to see, I think it's the first right side desert check we're going to see on Ikir side. Okay, sorry. Pod is in the back of Skullwoods. It's 1:30. Welcome to Krosky's After Dark with a solo commentator. That's fine. Our swords today have also been, like, absolutely really, really bad swords. Really, really deep swords. Lava Chest. There was one in the Dark Maze of Pod 6 key locked. Cutscene Justin Meyer, 3 Meyer key locked, and the last one was on Hobo. Alright, so like here, Purdy, I think Purdy's trying to figure out if I can get to. Oh no, it is possible. This is possible to get the pyramid from. So we can get to the pyramid from this. We just have to mirror and walk a very, very, very long way. Oh, that would be horrible. I don't think there was anything in the Skullwoods big chest. The 32 valiantly trying to claw their way back. Have to imagine Leaf will mirror after doing Pod, and then go do Ice Palace, and then like be one item for Goma. Just like don't forget to track us. Trackus is looking for entrances, and barring Pyramid Fairy, it's going to be Mitz and Sloop for Meyer. Yeah, we have not seen Land Mollis. They should have full information. Unless they don't know that Hera's a pendant, then yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah, you can't take... The Big Bomb is a follower that cannot go through connectors. So basically, Purdy basically has to walk all the way around the lake in the light world. And then re-enter the dark world. Ooh, that's right, we never did see the top of Hookshot Cave. Actually, now that I think about it, we never got a laser bridge connector, so that Brothers connector, wherever it is going to be that entrance. I don't think they've been spit out of Pyramid Fairy. I'm more surprised nobody's made the play to climb GT because I think it's... We've seen the well, we've seen... I'm pretty sure Ganon's behind GT today. Catfish was nothing for TM32. Birdie's going to be the first one to climb to see what items we have on the climb. Myers are green pendant. Limits at the top of GT. It feels like something's on pedestal. Okay, Leaf is gonna go do ice, discover the GT big key. And yeah, I'm really shocked that they didn't do Big Bomb as well. But mind you, this has also been a seed where like boots were at the end of the Spiral Cave, and don't forget the Trackos was late to a lot of items, just kind of like due to how the route worked out. Ruby checked the bottom of Village before kind of doing any of the upper checks, discovered Hook Shot, and then found the mirror, and kind of went on a bit of a connector. Oh no. Oh no. Well, there's the book, so now we'll know what's on pedestal and on our tablets. Unfortunately, that's 4 more checks open. Well, Ikir did... Ikir already went into Maya earlier. And I think Purdy did as well. Well, Purdy had to. Purdy has a gold sword. We're not going to have Meyer access. We're missing one connector. We haven't seen a laser bridge connector, so kind of by default, Boyer Brothers is going to be the laser bridge connector. Yeah, Book will Book actually does. Sorry, Book will get us the Desert Palace entrance. So that's one more entrance. Yeah. There's our flute. Alright, where are mitts? Where was Saha? Saha was, Kingsu. Yeah. So when I'm referring to Laser Bridge, I'm referring to the Laser Bridge exit in Dark World. The bottom cave on East Dark Death Mountain. That has to be a connector has to connect to it. And so, kind of by the fact that I've been keeping track of where our connectors have are able to take us between spots on the map, I know that has to be where our last connector will go. So we can't have a connector to Meyer otherwise. All right. Yeah, and the bomb, the flip will make getting the big bomb back there a lot worse, a lot easier. Because now you just have to flip to 4 or 5. And don't have to walk. I think Purdy is gonna go kill Vitreous now. Not sure how gonna go take the Hyrule Castle connector at the dam, maybe? Or this will be the big bomb. Yeah, this is gonna be the last chance for this to not be a bad set of checks. Ruby's heading for Skull for TR. He's now down for Leaf. Waldorn down for Purdy. On dungeon clears, we're kind of finally getting caught up, but Leaf and Ruby are still going to have to climb GT. Yes, this is Pendant here. We are looking for the back of Desert Zaffikel. We are out of literally any traversable entrances that are in Pyramid Ferry. And we do not know where bits are. Other than 4 possible spots right now. One of which is Hair Basement. And Big Bomb is also a dark shopping mall, so yeah. Not Hair Basement. Alright. So now the answer is Pyramid Fairy, Ether Tablet, Saha, or Pedestal. The story of the seed is kind of like, this has been like one of the worst co-op cross-key seeds that you'll ever have seen. The Candace Mario 6-key locked in pod, and every single pod small was scattered about, and it took Leaf and Ruby a very, very long time to realize that they had 6 total between the two of them. Because they were definitely doing something's in logic and we don't know what it is, stance of like rechecking stuff. Not sure what party was going back for. Oh, GT Big Chest. Yeah, we forgot about GT Big Chest. I think Ikira is probably going to go take care of the big bomb now. Or turn in check green friendly because that was Saha was at King's Tomb. Ruby's the first to climb, is going to be the first to tell TM32 will discover its loot. Ice Valve's climb. Alright, it's either Ether Tablet or Pedestal. Either which we would have been able to do without, well, both of which essentially required beating Vitreous. The book is on Vitreous. Leaf is going to be the first one to turn the bomb in, it looks like. Yes, we have checked Desert Palace main. Oh, it's nice one. I don't know why. It's literally like we either have bits on, but we need to go climb pedestal, check pedestal, or check Ether Tablet. Oh dear, 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 dear. This is an all dungeon seat, everyone. Potentially. Unless, of course, it is literally just pure fairy. Yeah, Purdy is finally checking Big Bomb. Like, Ruby and Leaf are in actually really good position if this ends up being... Desert is just at Pyramid Fairy, like... Like, they're not going to win, but... They're going to save so much time. But... And the answer is... it's an all-dungeon seed. Well, it's all pendants. This will probably be Leaf climbing GT to get Flute. And then Ruby probably will end up doing Maya and discovering the book, and if the seat's not done by now. But... this was just a very, very mean seed. But somehow we have not found silver arrows, which I kind of think have to be on Landmillas now. Land laws or ether tablet? I mean, a lot of the game... I mean, normally a lot of the game is Smith's locked. We had connectors at Castle, and we've seen almost all of our item caves at this point, except for like K45. Alright, like here is the first one into the Maya region. I'll swap over to Ikir's audio. Oh, yeah, potion. Oh, potion shop. We have mushroom. Wonderful. That's right. But that doesn't matter. There's our connected laser bridge. Oh, yeah, Maya was quick as well. Finally, we have found Desert Palace. Alright, everyone. Here we'll be done with the seed in about 5 minutes. Ruby's going to find Buck and be quite cross. And I kind of imagine that TM30 that Ruby might take a quick run and look at Pedestal, knowing how far behind they are and thinking that might be their only way back in. Anyway, Purdy still has to go beat Eastern Palace, which is somewhere in North Dark World, and I keep forgetting which entrance. It's probably the fortune teller, the rarity shop. I don't quite remember what Quake was, but it was fairly early on. Like here is finally at 7 crystals. He's like, I don't like the fact that it's the book. Alright, where were silvers today? Because we have seen almost everything in this game. We saw every check in GT. Including the GT Big. It's at this point, it's either Potion Shop, or probably K40 or K45, or Ether Tablet. Again, I guess Fetch Train exists, so... Not problems has been a late seat for a lot of people. Ooh, bad luck for Ganon for Akir. Luck, he can fall like 50 times, but... Potion of Chop Silvers. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth getting or not. It actually probably is if you had the mushroom. But Agate 2 down for Leaf. Ruby probably trying to figure out where to go. Is going to make the play to check Ped, and then know what he's going to have to do for the rest of the seed. Leaf just thankfully only has to kill Vitreous, but Ruby will have to go kill Armos and Moldorm. And Leaf knows whatever the answer is just going to be behind beating. Potion Chop Silvers, so Purdy goes ahead and grabs the silvers anyway. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Oh, I forgot that Ruby still hadn't done. Poor Ruby. He hadn't killed Tomlin yet. Yeah, well. Ikea is about to be finished, and then still got another 3 or 4 minutes for Purdy. But I think Leaf and Ruby all kind of know what's up. I'm sorry, I think that is the most accurate Triforce text I've ever seen for a seed. Gonna try to get our runners in here for an interview when they're all finished up, but they don't have to if they don't want to, and I'm sure they're still talking to their teammates. Yeah, GG's IQ. Going 2 for 2 for beating all 3 of your co-op teammates this week in a race. Alright. Purdy is on their way to the pyramid. Ruby will soon here discover the funny news. Phase 3 for Purdy, so we'll be done very, very shortly. And Purdy is finished with a final race time of 1:52.35. 2:0 for Don't Forget to Track Us, tying them with TM32 God Route. Ruby and Leaf have both forfeited, unsurprisingly. So we'll try to see if we can get our runners in for an interview. I see Kieran and Ruby in the waiting room. Hello.
I would appreciate it if you didn't just pull me up here.
I apologize.
But thank you. GG's.
I looked up the definition of garbage in the dictionary this seed during the race, and it had the seeds hashed. So congratulations.
I rolled the seed. We knew it was going to be garbage.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that seed was just about as mean of a co-op seed as you could get. In some ways, just like I think early on, Ruby, you and Leaf both really did have a good early route. I think just like pulling that hook shot really helped you out a lot on early.
Yeah, then we forgot to count to 6, so...
Well, they were so scattered about, it was really hard to count to 6, to be honest. Like, we were unsure for a while if you had 6. I think it wasn't until we found... somebody... I think that was... I think when Fox dropped. Yeah.
Get it bad.
We're missing Leaf right now.
Leaf still.
Yeah.
I mean... It could be that they wandered AFK for a moment. We're not exactly happy with our performance on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing the... Anytime you see a random race where someone's like, something's in logic, we don't know what it is, what are we forgetting?
We thought we missed
never
something.
Feels good.
We thought we missed something stupid and simple. So we're checking all the stupid and simple because we segmented a number of different areas.
Yeah.
And then it's just at the point that I'm going to go check to see if it's 6 key pods because I don't know if we have 6 keys between us or not. They've got 5, I've got 4. And
I had all 6.
Good for you. But then after that, it's like, find the GT big key. No, wait, don't go through Meyer. Okay, I won't. And then I read the pedestal with the book as Beardy's finishing.
Yeah. Leaf's getting the moral victory. The pulling fed now. By the way, it was Potion Shop Silvers.
Oh, lovely.
Which was Meyer Shed left, by the way. So...
I don't need those, thanks to finding all 4 swords, 3 of them which were in awful spots.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll pull up Leaf. GG's Leaf. I'm sorry.
GG.
Didn't see you in the waiting room for a little bit. But
well, because they weren't in the waiting room for a little bit.
I know.
You'd probably just next time ask the runners if they're ready to come up instead of just yanking us by the ears.
I'm sorry.
That's just a thought.
He was terrible. You wish you rolled it out, Lee.
I mean, no. I don't think they do.
No.
Right
I apologize after I rolled
to leave Meyer. But
no, we had the pod key kerfuffle. Then I left Meyer.
I told you to leave Meyer because I thought it was the right decision.
It happens, and
I made the wrong plays, so it happens.
I'm the one who didn't go to pod forever, which doesn't help.
I think pod was our last location, or close to it.
That's the other thing, is whenever we find pod early and don't know how many keys we have after that, we never really think about going back to pod, especially when it's in a bad spot like that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I didn't have the 6 pod key we'd found, so it never crossed my mind that pod was the play.
Yeah. They were so scattered about. They were so scattered about. It was really hard to keep track of. To be honest, like
I just need to track better. That's all there is.
We just need to put pod keys on the "Don't forget to track us" logo.
Yeah. No. I think part of it was just like you were when Ikea had found pod. Ikea went in with 4, so
I went with 5. I had
4.
You
had 5. You had 5. Okay.
And the 6 was in Ice Palace first chest when I went to Ice Palace.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I laughed at that. It's like, okay, all 6.
Yeah, and I went in with 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I followed in with 2 because they were finding things in the back of pod that we figured we were going to need later.
Yeah.
Swamp Small being back there. You get that.
Mostly it was
back there.
Mostly it was the Eastern big for the Eastern that was right there.
And then I said, one of us is doing Eastern right now.
And I did.
then Leek pulls a pendant, and I go, okay, I probably don't need that until later. Then I start pulling swords in bad places.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just a really low item early one. 40 minutes in, I think we have a hook shot, and maybe we just got fire rod. I'm like, where are all the items?
Yeah.
We were really into fire rod.
We were early to fire rod too, which doesn't help.
No.
No, we get early fire rod, get early pod, then we lose our pod keys. We're starting to go, okay. We get into oh no mode. We go back to pod, we get the cane. Now we're splitting up. One of us does laser bridge and finds literally a treasure trove. The other one does GT basement and finds, oh, we need this big key. Oh, here's the hammer. Oh, we need this key. It's like, ugh. Now how do you triage all that?
Yeah.
Co-op states we have to do everything, and we pretty much had to do everything. And not many opportunities to split up, really.
Yeah.
Which just puts us at a disadvantage. So.
See, when you split up, you had to go back to each other's spots.
I was chasing you for a lot of the seed leave. I trailblazed a lot of the early seed, but I've chased you a lot. Like, I chased you into pod. I chased you into swamp. As soon as you found something we needed, I was there. It's having trailblazed so much other than that, but not the things that we necessarily needed until it was too late. That's where it hurts.
Thanks,
I'll play these guys
comps.
anytime, though. I'll play these guys any day of the week.
Yeah, Survey and Leaf are good people to play against.
Yeah.
This is just a horrible seed to do it with. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, you're not.
As my Triforce text says, and it's been saying for the last
really not.
10 minutes.
The Triforce text is even less sorry than you are. So how about that 3-way tie for second, then?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, it's not over till it's over.
Congratulations, by the way, Ikea, for finishing first between all of your co-op teammates twice this week. But I mean, I've honestly this seed is just utter trash. Just
worse.
I mean, I think it's just. I think if this wasn't a co-op seed, I think this could have been a little bit better, but co-op just, I don't know.
I think it's not a co-op seed. You get burned so badly by not going back to Skull Woods for that pod with not having enough keys to get that Samaria, because that's the main thing that's in there.
Yeah.
Is progression.
If you're playing this solo, you're going to find all these pod keys and be on the opposite side of the map with no easy way to get to pod, and you're going to hate everything about it.
Yeah.
This is a 240 solo probably for me.
I think I said it when Ikea went in with all the pod keys. I was just unless in Advanced Samaria, I think it was unless Samaria locks hammer, this is the worst thing in the world for to be here, and then of course GT does GT things and puts Hammer behind Samaria.
Of course it does. And behind the 4th GT key that we're assuming is in Hera Basement.
I'm pretty sure, from a logical standpoint, Hera Basement has to be the.
No,
Where do we leave a GT key?
Oh, we forgot about Hera Basement. Shoot.
no, Purdy did Hera Basement.
You already did?
Okay.
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 Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like a piece of heart, right?
Yeah.
Then where'd we leave a GT key for all the logic in this seed?
Unless we also can't count to 4, which is very likely based on
It's
how we
also
played
very
tonight.
likely Caven tonight.
Well,
had three.
let's see, the GT big key was that was hammer locked, so you
It's
couldn't get
not at the top
float.
of GT because I cleared it.
You couldn't get the float.
Yeah, you gotta find. You're looking for a flute and a mid. You're going to open everything.
I think it's ether. No, wait, where Lampless and Swamp behind
I mean,
the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we did see all 4 between 2.
It's so
You
possible.
or-
I had
It's so
3.
hard
I
look-
don't know for it.
Because it wasn't mushrooms, silvers, and that was also behind flute.
And we're not thinking about the mushroom because we don't know where the potion shop is, and that's not what we're looking for.
It was. I do like how I will have to say that if you do, I wouldn't watch this back, but I do like. I think Ikea. Did you tell BRD that it was potion shop silvers because BRD wanted
Yes.
to do the mushroom.
Yes, I did.
Did the mushroom and grabbed the silvers on the way to Lampless.
I guess it depends on which sword level you're on at the time.
I think BRD is on gold, but
They were
Oh,
better.
okay. You don't need that. Come on.
I
was
took
never
it
getting
in
gold.
fall. Tried to
it was Meyer Shed. Meyer Shed left was potion shop. Meyer Shed right was desert.
Desert left was potion shop. You had to mirror to get to it.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Never
Well, then
mind.
you're never
That's
gonna
not-
find it
that's-
if you're us. I mean, come on. Why would you look for that?
Well, Ikea found it because Ikea was still looking for desert first. Yeah.
Why would you do desert?
We weren't going to turn in the mushroom first.
Because we knew we weren't looking for an item. We were looking for
Yeah,
an
yeah.
entrance.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
but
know that.
I turned in my mushroom a long time ago because there were so many
Ah.
entrances to find. So
Okay, I missed that.
I don't even have the mushroom.
I mean, you have.
it was under the shovel.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why I don't have it. Okay.
I told him that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never
when I
turned in
picked up
because I
the
never had a
shovel,
way back to the potion shop because I opened with Houlihan.
Yeah. Yeah. But oh yeah, and I guess BRD, I guess you had found yourself looking at the big bomb shop earlier, and
I was like, "Is there a way to
and-
do this?" And my mind short-circuited.
okay,
I actually had to
I was-
ask Leaf, and I was like, I don't feel like doing that. Do you want to do that?
I was so excited about getting the hook dash across the entire South Shore screen.
Oh, nice.
nice.
It was probably the most satisfying moment of the run.
Yeah.
Because the pickles didn't even want to get in my way at the end. And it's just run the big bomb across the length of Lake Hylia.
And then you
Yeah.
ask, does Sisyphus like the boulder? No.
Anyway,
Thanks for the commentary, Toff. Thanks for tracking Flip and Windfox.
yeah,
Yep, thanks for putting this on. I hope at least chat enjoyed it.
yeah.
Come on. It was a pet seed. Of course, chat enjoyed it.
It was a pretty slow start, but chat definitely was loving it. Well, I mean, was loving it for the reasons chat would love it towards the end.
Pad,
What?
pad. Has pad been checked? Pad.
So one,
I'm pad.
we did have pet checks just as somebody, as the book literally fell down for the first time. So that did happen. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of wrap things up. Thank you very much for TM32, and don't forget to track us. PRD Wong, Akir, Leaf, and Zerivian. thank y'all for being on tonight. It's 2:10 a.m. here, so I'm about to go to bed. But just to take a look later on today, because it's now Saturday on the East Coast where I live. In about 10 hours, we have Yuzbo versus Past the Potence. Oh boy. Telstar and Structural Mike versus Pichu and James FNX on SpeedGaming 2. We have a commentary crew for that, and that'll be Clear Mouse and Gem.
Did you see what's coming up right after that?
We have a double header, yes, for Yuzbo and Past the Potence, with Structural Mike and Gem swapping places on commentary and running.
I'm appreciating the fact that will be right here on this channel.
Yes, that's the plan. SpeedGaming 2. So just leave your browser windows open here, everyone, and just come back in 10 hours. Later on in the evening, we also have some additional matches that on Invitational that do not have a channel assigned to them yet, but they might show up. Fendrana Drifters and the Hyrule
Hunterhood.
Yeah. With Megawatt and Drag versus Tedo and Schultzer. You could look like you could use a Hook and Lamp versus Pugs. JJ and TJ Maelstrom versus Warchick and Andy. Terrible Gambits and Sphere Fondinity. GFE and Julo versus Jamie Smasha and BDI. And then over on the Open League tomorrow, no channels assigned yet, but in the morning, we started with Draynos and Toxic Pumpkin versus Toxic Hyrule Houlihan's. Osora and Seafade versus Sweet Dancing and Bumble. Then we have Herod Basement Dwellers versus Hovering Sick Kids. Echo and Talon versus Primaria Knight and Raids. A Farewell to King's Tomb versus the Tormentees. Cademan and Lana Bean, who raided us earlier, versus Razias and Swagalicious. And finally, we have Grouchy Old Men versus Blackjack and Hookshots. Verts and Lumaga versus Corvin and Wombat. So, should be some fun matchups tomorrow night. Got more Cross Keys action all weekend on Sunday as well. So please come back and enjoy the show, everyone. Have a good night.